Hello, everyone. It is the 23rd of September, 2023 at 9:48 in the morning. I'm making this one because uh, I didn't err in the past when I just didn't go into it in depth enough. So this is going to be about speaking with the Trinity. And how do you know each one of these voices when he speaks? Now, pretty well everybody knows that the Holy Ghost lives within you. He resides within you, and when he speaks to you in almost like a distant voice in the back of your head. He's the one that tells you, "Don't watch that knife is sharp. Don't slip in the bathtub. This looks hot. Don't touch it." When you get close to a cliff and you start getting close to the edge, you start getting afraid. That's the Holy Ghost telling you to back away from that cliff in the form of fear. You can push him further away so you don't hear him, and start jumping out of airplanes with parachutes and paragliding, doing all these other foolish things that humans do. Going down to the bottom of the ocean to see the Titanic. What for? I have no idea. But they should not have been there. They did not listen to their Holy Ghost. They paid the price for that. So, the Holy Ghost is a voice in your head that's distant. He's not going to tell you anything. He's not going to ask you anything. He's going to keep you safe. Now, Jesus, when he talks, he's in the front part of your head, in stereo, left and right. And when he talks to you, it's a voice similar, like mine. It doesn't sound like my voice, but he speaks words in a soft manner. And you'll know it's Jesus because it's louder than the Holy Ghost's voice, and he'll interact with you on your level, where the Holy Ghost only wants to protect you and guide you through life. Jesus is going to keep you out of trouble uh, by communicating with you for different events. And so, yeah, when Jesus talks to you, it's in the front part of your head in stereo. Now, when God talks to you, this is the part that I didn't go into very much. But he is an authoritative voice. It almost sounds stern, but it's not stern. Uh, he's just omnipotent, and when he speaks, his voice comes out authoritative. It's loud, and that voice doesn't sound like it's coming from your head. It sounds like it's coming from everywhere else around you. Right? So the Holy Ghost is in the back part of your head. When he speaks to you, you'll hear him in your head. When Jesus speaks to you, he's more dominant in your head than the Holy Ghost. When he speaks, you'll hear him and understand him. But when God speaks to you, it's outside your head, and the voice sounds like it's coming from everywhere. It's what's the words I'm looking for here? Um, it'll come to me. But his voice will be louder than yours. If you're talking, you won't hear yourself talking. You'll hear his voice. Now Jesus talked to me twice when I got crushed by that tree, and God talked to me once. And I'm just going to tell you when God spoke to me, I paid for a man's juice. I'm going back to put my groceries into my bags. And I said, well, they didn't even give me a thank you, not the cashiers, just people, not the person I bought the juice for said thank you. But I said to myself on my back, I said, I didn't do it for a thank you, right? And I got back to my bags where I'm and that's when God spoke to me. He says, did you do that for me? In an authoritative voice, loud and not stern, but it's God, right? Now, I said, I better not lie here. I got to tell the truth, right? And I told him, I said, Lord, I didn't do it for you. I did it because I got your message to love my fellow man. And love thy neighbor and love thy fellow man and help give, right? So, all right, that's over. I go home and I'm thinking to myself, did I just say no to the Lord? I'm worried about this because the Lord knows I love him. But I didn't do this to get more love. I didn't do it to bribe him to love me more. I did it because it was the right thing to do, not because I wanted to make points with the Lord. But in doing the right thing, I did make points with the Lord. Do you see how this works? So, yeah, if you're in life, and don't think you're crazy. See, another reason why the Lord has been talking to me off and on is because I've asked him for more of him to come into my life. This is his way of coming into my life, by talking to me. I feel so blessed that the Lord took time out of his busy schedule to look down on this old soul and to actually effort words in my direction. How many people do you know have had God speak to them and they know it was God, not the Holy Ghost? I've had comments in emails saying that I speak to God every day. You don't speak to God every day. You speak to the Holy Ghost every day. If that's who you walk with, the Holy Ghost and Jesus. But every day the Holy Ghost speaks to you. He's there all the time speaking to you. Now, Jesus is going to speak to you if you pray and you want an answer, or you pray for more of him in your life, he'll start speaking to you. But if you want more of everything, God's going to start talking to you. And like I've said in the past videos, there are 9 different things you should be doing to get the Lord to speak to you. I think, without knowing these things, I just stumbled on a bunch of them. If it felt good for my soul, I did it. So, if God does speak to you, he's not mad at you. It's almost like he's speaking to you with a stern voice, but it's not. If you listen to the words tell the story. It's like when people lie, talking is a lie. Their actions is the truth. And with the Lord, the way he sounds like he's angry. I guess this is where they get the fear of God from. But he's not angry. I didn't sense he was angry. He was just, when he talks, that's the way it comes out. He's not angry. That's love that I was experiencing in an authoritative voice. Love in an authoritative voice. So, yeah, if we'll leave it at that for today. But I'm telling you this not to brag because I've had interactions with the Trinity, but because I'd like you to have those interactions as well. And I'm trying to give you the mythology for that to happen. People who read the Bible think they don't need this, they do need this. If the Lord isn't talking to you like I just talked to you, like I just told you how they talk, then you want to put the Bible down and start praying directly to the Lord. Talking directly to him, walking every day with him beside you. That's so important, it's ridiculous. Alright, so we'll leave it at that, and there'll be another one coming up real shortly. Blessings, everyone. Bye-bye.